It's time to pray. It's time to say, Lord, forgive me. It's time to pray. It's time to say, Lord, please forgive me. It's time. It's time.
Hello, world. Welcome to another telecast of It's Time, brought to you by Eden's Garden and Ministries Without Boundaries. Today, it's a follow-up of a previous show. Oh my God, we had such fun. It's so nice we have to do it twice. We were talking about hitting rock bottom, and my guest today is none other than the infamous Miss Robin Russell, a positive influencer and life coach. Welcome once again, Miss Robin.
Thank you for having me again. Yes. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Oh boy, we're happy to have you here in the studio. Our last segment we were talking about after hitting rock bottom, and we got carried away, but we didn't finish, so we couldn't leave it undone.
Yes.
You know, other things that cause you to hit rock bottom.
Yes.
And today we're going to talk about how to cope with rebellious children.
Yes.
I'm sure that's one of the reasons that made you hit rock bottom.
That is
All
correct.
right? All right.
Yes.
So again, for those who don't know you and meeting you for the first time, tell us about Robin Russell.
I'm Robin Russell. I am a 57-year-old woman from Bahamas, but I am a Bahamian American. And I worked for Health First for 21 years. I live life on purpose. I have a daughter and 3 grands, and I'm just grateful to be here today.
Amen to
Yes.
that. So just to recap a little bit, we were talking about what took you to rock bottom, and it was the divorce, and it was the abuse, and it was the homelessness. Your credit score went down to 350, 380, and now it's back up to 812. Wow.
Yes.
Awesome indeed. So now that's after rock bottom.
This was after.
Yeah, so let's talk about the rebellion. What are some of the reasons why children rebel, and what are the signs that rebellion is on the horizon?
Well, once they hit those teens, they are basically looking for their own identity. And with my daughter, it was peer pressure. That led into that. She didn't want to abide by any of the rules of the house because of what she was hearing from her friends, that maybe their household, their parents they was able to get away with quite a bit of rules and what have you. But in my household, it was always was very strict with the rules, but I did give her a little leeway for some things in life, but she took advantage of that and took me on a whirlwind. Yeah, she outsmarted me.
How did she do that?
Well, if I take 2 steps, she's already 10 ahead of me. And so if for instance, if I'm setting a curfew for her for 11 o'clock, yeah, she knows I go to bed early, but then she's going to climb out a window and she's gone for the night.
Oh.
And this is at 14, 15 years old. Get up the next morning, she's nowhere to be found. Yes, and this was basically throughout her early teens. And she always would confront me and said why, she has this curfew, her friends, them are laughing at her, talking about her, that she has to be back home at this certain time. And well, if you came to abide by the rules of this house, then you can just pack up and you can just go live with them. But as long as you're under this roof here, you have to abide by the rules. You have to earn it. You have to earn the next level. And she didn't want that.
So did she at any time say why she was doing what she was doing and why she was going through the window and not the door?
She just thought I wasn't being fair. She thought I was too strict. Because of her friends. And so it's so imperative that you know who they're keeping company with and know their parents, know the signs, because she had an attitude shift. her body language, isolation, because she's thinking how she can outsmart me. So she's isolated herself. You try to incorporate family time, and she would do that, but she always have an excuse as to why she wouldn't want to be involved with family time.
How devastating was that for you?
It was mind-blowing because I stopped my life to raise her, to try to give her the best that she could possibly have, and steer her in the right direction. But again, she wanted to do it her way, and not take the my advice as a mother to help her along in this in this world that we live in. And back then it was MySpace. So that was still a form of social media. So she was always tuned into that.
Okay.
And caused me a lot of hardships because of that.
When you say a hardship, what do you mean?
Like for one instant, like I was away at an event, and she left early. She was at the same event, but she left early. But I called her and told her that I was on my way home. So you would think common sense would tell you, well, my mama coming home, so you got to go. You got to go home, but you got to leave here. But she never did that. So I came home, called out her name, said she was in the room watching YouTube. I said, okay, well, we got to go to work and school the next day. So it's time to wrap this up. Went in the room where she was at, took my shoes off, came out of there, went into the kitchen, came out of the same room that I was just in, and I saw 4 people coming down the hallway from the room, coming out the room that I was just in.
That's your house?
That's my house, yeah.
Okay.
And I knew 2 of them. So they ran. They got out of there real fast. And, of course, I'm on the phone trying to call the police, trying to call a friend of mine to come help me with this child. And my daughter's constantly pacing the floor. She's trying to get out to go follow them. So I told her, you're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble. So as soon as I turned my back, I heard the front door open. And she's out there and walking fast. And she used to run track. So she started walking fast. I started walking fast behind her. And next thing you know, she took off like a rocket. And I started to run, and I heard something pop in my leg. And it was, I tore my meniscus. So I had to hop back to the house, and I was in a boot for a couple weeks or so. And then the very next day, I come home from work, and I noticed my door frame was, you could tell somebody had broke in. But it was, of course, I called the police and what have you, but once they got there, they said, it doesn't look like nobody's been in this house. You come in and see if anything is out of order. So I did and walked in. I'm like, wow, this is like weird. But when I got in my room, all my signature jewelry was gone because they were in that same room. So they knew where all my jewelry was at.
Her friends?
Yes. They was the only ones that would have knew that besides her. And then the following week, we found out, I came outside, and next thing you know, it looked like my car had just coming back from bedrock. And I'm like, well, why is my car, why are 4 of my tires on like flat? Ain't nobody else in the neighborhood. But they slashed my tires. And my friend had tapped into her MySpace account and saw the conversation between she and her so-called friends. So whatever was going on between them, they said, we're just going to come and just slash your mom's tires. She said, don't do that. Whatever you do, don't slash my mom's tires. Well, they didn't listen to that. Next morning, all 4 of my tires were slashed, and not where you can patch it. It was razor slash. Money I had to spend that I didn't have to buy tires.
So did you know who these kids were?
No.
Did you?
But we questioned her about it.
Yeah.
And she said she didn't know anything about it.
Was the police involved?
No. So this is like, you're spending money that you don't have because she just wants to do it her way. And to the point till when she turned 18, almost 18, so she had finished high school. And I went to church and came back because she said she wasn't feeling well. But when I came back home, there was a letter at my patio door, a long letter, that she was leaving.
Oh, she wrote the letter? Okay.
And she left. And she said that she cannot follow my rules, and it's time for her to go and explore the world for herself.
Ooh.
And she left me. Yeah.
Wow.
And I didn't know where she was at for 3 years.
Ooh.
I didn't know she was dead or alive.
Wow. At what point did she get herself back together?
I would say around 23, 24 years old. She did. She started coming around, but just a little bit. You know, it was kind of like an in and out type of relationship, but she's in her 30s now. So now she
she's
sees
all-grown.
where all this that happened prior, she sees now.
You know, I remember there was an instance with my son. He was 16 years old, and one Sunday morning we were getting ready to go to church, and I told him, "We're going to church, let's go." He said, "I'm not going to church." And in a stern voice, he said, "I'm not going to church." I said, "If you're not going to church, you can stay in here.
My God.
So get out and let me lock my door." However, the good thing about it is he wasn't in the bedroom area, in the room, but he was outside. There was a bathroom and a passageway.
Yes.
And I locked my door. Of course, I felt so bad about it because he was adamant that he's not going to church. I prefer stay outside, and he did. So there were moments when I searched myself and asked myself, did you allow some things to slide? Did you see some things and you allow them to slide while it get to this point? Did you contribute indirectly to his behavior? You know, I searched myself. So I asked this question. Did you ever search yourself and ask, did you contribute
Absolutely.
to that?
Yeah, absolutely. To see where I could have went wrong for raising her, you know. So I had to stop and think and just have some quiet time to see what happened here, because she wasn't raised like that. It didn't start until she hit the teens.
What have you found out when you
So
ask
back
yourself
then,
those questions?
right? It's basically it was like not being mindful of who she kept company with. That was one of them. That was a major one. And you know, she was saying someone she go to school with, and I'm thinking, yeah, they okay, yeah, they're in the same class. But you got to be your own FBI agent. You have to really, really be there and find out what they're doing. Yeah.
And not to allow some things to slide by.
Yeah, and I did that. Yeah.
So, and she came back home, you said?
She didn't come back home. One thing I didn't do was change my phone number.
Okay.
So she knew my phone number backwards. And she just called me out of nowhere, been around between 23, 24 years old.
Hold that thought. We'll
Yes.
be right back.
Have you ever wondered why your prayers are not being answered? I have, but look what I found. 38 reasons for unanswered prayers. Not only does it keep you at the edge of your seat, it's a must-have for your Bible studies, conferences, seminars, prayer meetings, and book club. It's a must-have. Get a copy or two for a friend or few.
Oh, I need those for my book club.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you are listening to It's Time with my guest, Miss Robin Russell. Miss Robin, we're talking about how to cope with rebellious children. What was your coping mechanism?
So coping with that, wow, I would say a lot of prayer time. And it's asking God for guidance and wisdom and what to do in this situation here. But I couldn't do it when there was a lot of noise around, so I had to unplug from the world. You know, when I mean that, you know, no TV, no phone, you just unplug, because how are you going to be able to hear? How are you going to be able, you know, to like plug in what God is trying to tell you? So I had to be in a quiet zone. So that's the reason why, like even today, I meditate a lot, quiet time, so I can hear, you know, for whatever, you know, whatever's going on in my life. Right.
And that's your only child, yes?
Correct.
Yeah. At any time, did you blame yourself?
Yes, I did. But then I was like, I know I was a great mother and father, because I played two roles. Yeah.
So you're saying you were a single parent.
Yes.
How did that go?
It went great
Okay.
until she hit her teens. She was fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was a single parent for a long time until I got married, and he played the semi-role of father, but he wasn't really there. So it was always me and her, or with my family, and what have you. They would help try to guide her in the right direction. But she was a tough cookie. Yeah, she was tough.
Was she skipping school as well, or?
No, she did pretty good in school, and I kept her in track because she loved track. So she was pretty good with that. So she did manage to finish high school. Yes.
Yeah. How would you encourage a parent that's facing the same plight?
Don't give up, but be mindful. And you have to be your own FBI agent, over your own child. And you have to know the signs and get professional help if it leads to that. Just don't ignore the signs when the signs are there. And with the hopes that you could help them get back on track. And just pray and ask God for, for guidance and direction. And don't be afraid to seek, help from someone that maybe has been through that with a rebellious child, because we're all in this together, and we can help one another. And don't think your child is perfect, because there's no child perfect. And you would think that you put them on this pedestal and say, oh, they don't do no wrong, they don't do that, they this. Well, you can be in denial, and them, but I'm just here to tell you that, we have to be in this together to help one another to get through this struggle. And now we in a society where it's rough out here. We live in a very corrupt and evil world, and people would take something so small and take someone that's vulnerable and turn it around for evil. Yeah, so we have to be in this together to help one another to get through this struggle. Yes. And this internet, social media, you have to be on top of things. You have to stay ahead of them with all that, because they're all intimidated by that. Right.
You mentioned earlier that, when she turned a teenager, she started acting up. But what are other signs or other reasons why children rebel?
Well, besides the peer pressure, because that's going to lead into other things of wanting to find your own identity. That's going to lead into not abiding by the rules that's been set by your parents, and the way it's just the world that we live in versus when I was growing up. It's so much like technology. It's all kind of things, and they grab hold of that. Once you get a taste of the world, they're gonna want more, and then more. Oh my God! Oh well, I like that. That felt good, and then they're gonna be over here, and they're gonna do that. And if you don't get a control of that, it's like almost no turning point. It's like they're out there. And they're not going to listen to you. And you see it on the news. They'll go back and kill their parents. All kind of things. It's just it's burn down the house. Do that all because they can't get their way for something so simple. Right. So we live in that society now where we have to stay ahead of that and be alert and attentive to everything, just about what your child is doing.
We've seen that quite a bit on the news. Where the children are turning against their parents. And matter of fact, it's biblical.
Yes.
We're living in the last days.
Yes.
And children against parents and parents against children.
Yes.
But what do we do?
It's not very much you can do now, because if you try to discipline them, somebody's calling the social services, or everybody got a camera out recording something for you to try to tap those legs, and discipline them. But it's like when I was growing up, it was a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Whatever they found, that's what you're going to get hit with.
The rod was not.
It wasn't spared. Yeah, it wasn't definitely spared. So you have to be careful with that. And because if you don't, before they even turn a teenager, just say if they're 7 years old, they're already in control of that parent in that household. And that shouldn't be like that. And if you don't stop it right then and there, it's only going to get worse.
True, indeed. So what's the relationship with both of you like?
Me and my daughter? Oh, it's much better. Right, she's married and got her own family. And I told her, mark my word, you rest assured, you have when you start having girls, you're going to see where I'm talking about. Guess what? She got 3 girls. Ouch. Yeah, and now she sees. She always say, Mom, I see now. Yeah,
How old
Mom,
are they?
12, 8, and 5.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
one is getting closer to teenage years.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. So now she sees that now.
Yeah. Did she ever apologize?
Yes, she did. Yep. She came back and she said, "You're the best mom ever," but I did not see that back then, and I just got caught up, and I was with the wrong crowd, and the peer pressure played a big role of that. Yes, but she's going on with her life, and she's doing good.
That's awesome. Finish the statement for me. It's time.
It's time to get back into control of your household and be in control of your children, and don't let your children control you. So in the end, your children, the parents, we can all live a good life on purpose.
It's time. We'll be right back.
Mom needs more care than I'm able to give. I looked at a few big assisted living facilities, but I'm not comfortable. I'm afraid she might get lost in the system and neglected.
You should call Eden's Garden Assisted Living Facility in Palm Bay, Florida. If you're looking for personalized care, safe environment, patient and compassionate staff, tranquil and friendly atmosphere, a nurse is always on premises, and their monthly rates are affordable and all-inclusive.
Bigger is not always better.
Call Eden's Garden. Don't delay. Call today.
Sometimes in the valley, rejected and bruised, I cried out to Jesus, please weather this storm. Then a rainbow of promise, it appears in the sky. Lord, I know you will be, yes, you'll be there when the tempest rage. Yes, he speaks to his children, walk the narrow way. Many detour this pathway, avoiding the storms, but the storms will be over at the breaking of day. There'll be joy in the morning when we pass through the storm. Sometimes in the valley, rejected and bruised, I cried out to Jesus, please weather this storm. Then a rainbow of promise, it appears in the sky. Lord, I know you'll be there when the tempest rage. In this world there's distractions, misleading the saints. Down the road they all walk wide. Many rush to their doom, but there's still hope down this part if you listen to him. He's still knocking your heart's doors. Won't you let sometimes in the valley, rejected and bruised, I cried out to Jesus, please weather this storm. Then a rainbow of promise, yes, it appears in the sky. Lord, I know you will be, yes, you'll be there when the tempest rage high. Sometimes in the valley, rejected and bruised, I cried out to Jesus, please weather this storm. Then a rainbow of promise, it appears in the sky. Lord, I know you will be, yes, you'll be there when the tempest rage high. Lord, I know you will be, yes, you'll be there when the tempest rage high. Lord, I know you will be there when the tempest rage high.
Welcome back. Sometimes in the valley, rejected and bruised, but God is with you. Miss Robin, thank you so much for being here. You
Thank
light
you
up the studio.
Thank you for having me here.
Indeed, it
It's
was
been
a pleasure
being here. Yes.
Thank you. I just want to remind you that it doesn't matter what you're going through. God can do more for you in 1 minute than you can do for yourself in a lifetime. All you have to do is make the choice. God will make the changes, but don't get it twisted. Your choice determines your destiny. Your choice determines with whom and where you spend eternity. Please let us hear from you. Give us a call or write to us at the P.O. Box. And if there's something that you'd like us to discuss, please let us know. We'd love to hear from you. I can't say that enough. See you next week, same time, same place. It's time. I'm Evangelist Jasmine Gordon. Thank you for inviting me in your home, car, hotel room, and place of work. I do hope you've gained something from this soul-stirring episode. We would love to hear from you. Call, text, or write us at the information listed below. And if you are led to sow into Ministries Without Boundaries, you may do so via Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, or the P.O. Box. And don't forget to join us for another soul-stirring episode right here, for it's time.